afternoon, I'm Robbie from Robbie's Inspiration, and today I'm going to show you how to make royal icing, and I have a challenge where I'm going to make a rocket ship out of vanilla biscuits. So we're going to start by making our royal icing. I've already measured out 500 grams, which is approximately 4 cups of icing sugar. I've got cream of tartar, of which I'll need 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I've got my eggs. I need to have 3 egg whites, which means I have to separate them. So here we go, we're going to separate the first one. We crack it, and I'm going to separate out the white. And then I'm going to put my yolk aside. I'm going to use it for something later. Now what I'm going to do is to my 3 egg whites, I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then I'm going to beat it on a high speed until it's nice and light and frothy. Alright, so once you get your egg whites so that they are fairly beaten, we're then going to start adding our icing sugar, and we're going to do this gradually. So I'm going to just start pouring in a bit, and then I'm going to beat. This lot is nicely beaten in. We're going to add a bit more. And beat again on a high speed. Alright, so you'll see now it's starting to look a bit like icing, getting thicker, looking nice and white and smooth. So we're going to add the other half of the icing sugar in 3 parts. Alright, so we have finished making our royal icing, and it is nice and thick and glossy. If it looks too runny, so it should just drop off the spoon quite thickly. So that is what it looks like. And if I pick up a spoon, I have to give it a good flick to get it to drop off. If it comes out thinner, it might be because your eggs were larger and you might need to add a little bit of icing sugar. If it comes out too thick, then it could be because your eggs were smaller, so you need to judge from the size of your eggs. I used large eggs and it comes out perfectly. So now we're going to put our mixer aside, and we're going to start with our rocket ship challenge. So what I've got here is I've got 2 pieces of a chocolate bar that I have already cut into a triangular shape. It was 1 piece, the bottom of 1/2 of a bar, which I cut in half using a serrated edge knife. You have to saw chocolate, otherwise it will break. Then I've got a couple of pieces of what we call licorice all sorts, which I have separated into pieces. And then I've got some lovely vanilla biscuits that Michael and I baked yesterday. I have cut these into round cookie shapes, and you'll be able to find the recipe for these biscuits on robbiesinspiration.wordpress.com. And then I also cut some smaller ones. So I've got a variety of small round shapes. And now we're going to see if we can ice these together to make a rocket ship. So here I go. I'm going to put a nice thick layer on my cookie. Remember that royal icing hardens to a very hard consistency, but like cement. And we're going to layer them all up. You can be generous because we want our rocket ship to hold together nicely. So there we go, we've got them all nicely stacked. So that seems to be working okay. I'm just going to wiggle them around a bit to try and get them nicely lined up. So we've got our cylindrical shape. So that's not too bad. Now let's try and add these wings. So obviously I want my wings to be like that. Now it's not 100% flush, so you're going to have to put a nice thick layer of icing so that it acts like cement and holds them in place, jams in between the cracks. So here's our first one. Now what I'm going to do is use a glass to hold this in place. Now we're going to try and put the other wing on. We're going to build the top of our rocket ship, which comes up into a point. So that's what these smaller little biscuits were for. Okay, so here we are. We have got our rocket ship and it has dried up reasonably well. So now I'm just going to decorate. I can't remove the glasses yet because the wings are still drying, but I'm going to decorate. I've transferred my raw icing into this bucket, and I've got some Smarties, and I've also got licorice all sorts. So I'm going to build a little door with my licorice all sorts. So I'm going to just attach the squares. There we go, I've got my door. Now I'm going to decorate my spaceship with some Smarties. So you just daub a little bit of the raw icing on the back of your Smartie, and then you can attach it, make patterns on your spaceship. There we go, I've got my first layer, and now I'm just going to go up. Alright, so I have finished decorating this rocket ship, and I'm going to leave it to dry, but this is what it currently looks like. I think it's come out rather well, so I think the challenge is complete.